What if I told you that right now, sitting in your pocket, your drawer, or even your old childhood piggy bank, there could be a coin worth thousands of dollars? A coin that looks ordinary at first glance but holds a secret so rare that collectors are willing to pay insane amounts of money just to own it. Stay with me until the end because I'm about to reveal the exact details of a quarter that could change your life forever. And trust me, once you hear what makes this coin special, you'll never look at pocket change the same way again. Welcome back to Hidden Coin Authority, the channel where we uncover hidden treasures hiding in plain sight. Today we are talking about one single coin. One specific quarter. The 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial quarter with NO mint mark. Yes, you heard that correctly. No mint mark. Most people ignore these coins every single day. They spend them without a second thought. But the truth is, some of these quarters are worth a small fortune. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to break down everything you need to know so you can spot one yourself before someone else does. Let me start with a story that will make your heart race. Just a few years ago, a regular person, not a professional coin collector, not a millionaire, just an ordinary individual, found a 1976 bicentennial quarter in their spare change. Nothing flashy. No big markings. Just a simple quarter from the bicentennial celebration of American independence. But this one had something different. It had no mint mark. That person almost spent it on a cup of coffee. Almost. But something made them pause. They decided to get it checked. And that decision, that single moment of curiosity, turned into a payday of thousands of dollars. Imagine that. One coin. One moment. One life changed forever. That could be you. Now you're probably asking yourself, why is a quarter with no mint mark so valuable? To understand that, we have to dive into the fascinating mystery behind these coins. Most coins in the United States are stamped with a small letter indicating where they were made. P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, S for San Francisco. That tiny letter is called the mint mark. But here's where it gets interesting. Some of the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and traditionally Philadelphia coins either had no mint mark or later carried a P. But during this special bicentennial period, some quarters left the Philadelphia Mint without any mint mark at all. And not only that, some of these coins were struck with an error. A rare mistake that slipped past quality control. And in the world of coin collecting, errors mean value. Big value. But wait, because this story gets even deeper. The 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter wasn't just any ordinary quarter. It was created to celebrate 200 years of American independence. The design itself is historic. The reverse side features a colonial drummer boy with a victory torch surrounded by 13 stars, representing the original 13 colonies. It's a symbol of freedom, rebellion, and the birth of a nation. When you hold one of these coins, you are literally holding a piece of American history in your hands. And when that piece of history carries a rare no mint mark error, it transforms from spare change into a collector's dream. Let me tell you exactly what to look for because I don't want you to miss this opportunity. First, you need a 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter. Check the date. It should clearly say 1776 to 1976 on the front. Second, Flip the coin over and look at the front side just behind George Washington's ponytail. That is where the mint mark should be. If there is absolutely nothing there, no D, no S, no letter at all, you might be holding something special. Third, examine the coin closely under good light. Look for any doubling in the lettering, especially in the words Liberty or In God We Trust. Doubling errors increase the value dramatically. Fourth, check the condition. If the coin is uncirculated, meaning it shines like new and has no scratches, the value skyrockets. Even circulated coins, ones that have been used, can still fetch hundreds or even thousands depending on the grade. Now I'm about to reveal something that most people don't know. Something that separates the average coins from the life-changing ones. There is a specific variety of this no mint mark quarter that was struck on a silver planchet. Instead of the usual copper-nickel composition, these rare versions were minted on 40% silver blanks intended for collector sets. How do you identify these? Look at the edge of the coin. If you see a solid silver color all the way through with no copper stripe, you might have struck gold, or should I say silver. These silver error coins are so rare that when they appear at auction, they cause bidding wars. We're talking $5,000, $10,000, sometimes even more. All from a single quarter that someone might have handed you as change at a grocery store. Let that sink in for a moment. Right now, somewhere out there, one of these coins is waiting to be discovered. It might be sitting in a cash register. It might be in a jar of old coins at a garage sale. It might even be in your own home right this second. The thought alone gives me chills. Because the people who find these coins are not lucky. They are just paying attention. They are the ones who took 5 seconds to check their change. And those 5 seconds paid off more than most people make in a month. But I want to warn you about something extremely important because I care about this community and I don't want anyone to get fooled. There are fake versions of this coin circulating online. Scammers know how valuable these can be and they create counterfeits to trick unsuspecting buyers. Always deal with reputable dealers. Always get rare coins authenticated by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. An authentic no-mint mark Bicentennial quarter with rare errors sealed in a professional grading slab is worth much more than a raw coin that could be questionable. Protect yourself while you hunt for treasure. Now let's talk about the emotional side of this because honestly, this is what keeps me searching every single day. Imagine finding a coin like this and selling it for a massive profit. What would that money mean to you? Maybe it pays off your debt. Maybe it covers medical bills. Maybe it gives your family a vacation they never thought possible. Or maybe it's just the start of a new passion, a new hobby that turns into a lifelong journey of discovery. Every great treasure hunter started somewhere. Every expert was once a beginner holding a coin and wondering if it could be worth something. The difference between them and everyone else is that they took action. I want to share a quick testimony from someone who watched this channel and changed their life. A viewer from a small town sent me an email last month. They wrote that they had been following Hidden Coin Authority for a while and decided to check their grandfather's old coin collection. In the back of an old album, covered in dust, they found a 1776 to 1976 quarter. No mint mark. They took it to a local coin shop, got it verified, and walked out with over $3,000. They said they cried in their car afterward. Not because of the money alone, but because their grandfather, who had passed away years ago, had unknowingly left them a final gift. That is the power of these coins. They carry stories. They carry memories. And sometimes, they carry miracles. So here is my challenge to you. Right now, after this video ends, I want you to go check your coins. Every jar, every drawer, every old jacket pocket. Look for a 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter. Check for the missing mint mark. Examine the edge. Look at the condition. And if you find something promising, do not rush. Research it further. Reach out to professionals. And most importantly, come back here and share your story in the comments. This community grows stronger when we celebrate wins together. I read every comment, and hearing your discoveries genuinely makes my day. Before I wrap this up, I need to tell you the single most valuable piece of advice in this entire video. Ready? Do not clean the coin. I repeat, do not clean the coin. Many people think polishing an old coin will make it look better and increase its value. The truth is the exact opposite. Cleaning a rare coin can destroy its value overnight. Collectors want original surfaces. They want the natural patina that took decades to form. Wiping away that history wipes away thousands of dollars. Leave the coin exactly as you found it. Handle it by the edges. Store it safely. Treat it like the potential treasure it is. Let's do a quick recap so you never forget the key points. 1. Search for the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter. 2. Check the area behind Washington's head for a missing mint mark. 3. Look for doubling errors and silver edges. 4. Never clean the coin under any circumstances. 5. Get professional authentication to maximize your profit. 6. Subscribe to Hidden Coin Authority because we are hunting treasures together, and I don't want you to miss the next rare coin that could be sitting in your pocket right now. Think about how different your life could be tomorrow if you take action today. The thrill of the hunt. The moment of discovery. The feeling of holding something incredibly rare and valuable in the palm of your hand. That experience is waiting for you. And it all starts with one simple step. Look down at the change in your hand and start paying attention. I want to thank you for staying with me until the very end. I know your time is valuable, and I never take that for granted. Every video I make is designed to give you real information that can genuinely help you. If this video inspired you, if it taught you something new, if it gave you that little spark of excitement about checking your coins, then please hit that like button and subscribe. Share this video with someone you care about, because you never know, you might be the reason they find their own hidden treasure. And remember, the greatest discoveries are often hiding in the most ordinary places. Stop whatever you are doing right now and listen to me very carefully, because the next 2 minutes could literally change your financial future. What if I told you that a single quarter from 1965, a year most people completely ignore, is quietly selling for thousands of dollars? Not hundreds. Thousands. And the most insane part? You do not need a metal detector, you do not need to dig up buried treasure, and you do not need any special skills. All you need is your own 2 eyes and the spare change sitting in your pocket at this very moment. This is not clickbait. This is not hype. This is real Hidden Coin Authority information that has already made people rich, and the next success story could be you. But only if you watch until the very end, because I am about to reveal the exact secret that turns an ordinary 1965 quarter into a small fortune. Welcome back to Hidden Coin Authority, the only channel that treats pocket change like buried treasure. Today we are diving deep into a coin that has stunned the collecting world. The 1965 quarter with no mint mark. Now I know what you are thinking. Another video about old coins, probably just clickbait, probably nothing special. But hold on. What makes the 1965 quarter so extraordinary is not just its age. It is the perfect storm of history, mystery, error, and rarity all wrapped up in one small silver-colored disc that millions of people spend every single day without ever looking twice. And by the time I finish explaining why this coin is so insanely valuable, you are going to rush to check every single quarter you own. Let me take you back to the year 1965. America was changing. The world was changing. And so was American coinage. Before 1965, quarters were made of 90% silver. Real precious metal. But due to rising silver prices and a coin shortage, the U.S. Mint made a historic decision. Starting in 1965, quarters would be made from a copper-nickel clad composition. No more silver. This transition year was chaotic. The mints were working overtime. Quality control was not perfect. And in the middle of all this chaos, something incredible happened. A small number of 1,965 quarters were struck without a mint mark. And some of them, some very special ones, were struck on the wrong planchets. Silver planchets. Leftover from 1964. This error created one of the rarest transitional coins in American history. Now here is where the story gets chilling. Most people do not know this, but the Philadelphia Mint, which produced coins without a mint mark during this period, was pumping out millions of quarters. However, a tiny fraction of them carried mistakes that went unnoticed. These coins entered circulation quietly. They passed through banks, through stores, through millions of hands. And for decades, they remained hidden. Until collectors started paying attention. Until regular people started checking their change. And when the first few examples surfaced and sold for unbelievable prices, the hunt was on. Let me give you the exact details because I want you to know precisely what to look for. A genuine valuable 1965 no-mint mark quarter looks almost normal at first glance. The front features George Washington facing left. The date 1965 is clearly visible. But flip the coin over to the reverse side. The eagle design from the pre-1965 era is gone. Instead, you see the new heraldic eagle design that started in 1965. Now look closely behind Washington's head on the front. There is no mint mark. No D. No S. Nothing. That alone is not unusual for Philadelphia coins. But here is where the treasure lies. Some of these coins have a silver edge. If you look at the side of the coin and you see a solid silver color with absolutely no copper stripe running through the middle, your heart should start racing. Because that means you might be holding a rare 1965 silver transitional era quarter. And that quarter, my friend, could be worth $6,000, $8,000, even $12,000 or more depending on condition. But wait, there is more. Even if the coin is not on a silver planchet, there are other valuable varieties. Look for double die errors. Check the lettering of Liberty and In God We Trust. If you see any doubling, any shadow effect on the letters, you have found something special. These doubled die 1965 quarters have sold for hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars. The coin market is hungry for these errors and collectors will pay top dollar to own them. I want to share a real story with you right now because I know some of you might still be skeptical. A man named Michael from Ohio found a 1965 quarter in his laundry change. Just ordinary laundry day. He almost threw the coin into the washing machine, but something caught his eye. The edge looked different. No copper stripe. He remembered watching a video about transitional errors and decided to get the coin tested. That quarter turned out to be a genuine 1965 silver planchet error. He sold it at auction for over $9,000. $9,000 from laundry change. That story is real. That story is verified. And that story could be your story. Now I am going to tell you something that most coin channels will never admit. The reason these coins are so undervalued right now is because people simply do not know. They are still in circulation. They are still being handed out as change at gas stations, at fast food restaurants, at supermarkets. The window of opportunity is still open, but it will not last forever. As more people learn about these errors, the coins will get scooped up and the supply will disappear. The time to act is now. Today. Before this knowledge becomes mainstream and every quarter gets checked before it lands in your hands. Let me also warn you about something extremely important. There are fake 1965 silver quarters out there. Scammers have altered coins by plating them with silver or manipulating the edges. Do not fall for these traps. An authentic silver transitional error must be tested properly. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC are your best friends. If you find a coin that looks promising, send it to them. A graded authentic coin sealed in a protective slab is worth far more than a raw coin with no certification. The slab proves its story. The slab proves its value. Protect yourself and protect your investment. Now pause for a moment and imagine this. Imagine walking into a coin shop or opening an auction result and seeing that your one quarter, the one you almost spent on a soda, is worth enough to pay off your credit cards, cover your medical bills, or finally give your family the break they deserve. What would that feel like? The relief, the excitement, the sheer disbelief that something so small could carry so much power. That feeling is what drives treasure hunters. That feeling is why this channel exists. And that feeling is waiting for anyone who takes the time to look. Before I reveal the most important advice of this entire video, let me quickly recap what you need to check. First, find a 1965 quarter. Second, check the edge. If it is solid silver with no copper line, you may have hit the jackpot. Third, examine the front for doubled die errors on the lettering. Fourth, remember that Philadelphia coins have no mint mark, but the silver edge is the true game changer. Fifth, never clean your coin. I have said it before and I will say it again. Cleaning a rare coin destroys its value instantly. Leave it exactly as it is. Sixth, get it professionally graded to unlock its maximum worth. And now the most important advice. Do not wait. The biggest mistake people make is procrastination. They watch videos like this, they get excited, and then they forget. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and the coin that was sitting on their dresser gets spent or lost. Promise me right now that after this video ends, you will get up and check your coins. It will take 5 minutes. 5 minutes that could be worth thousands of dollars. There is no downside. Only possibility. I also want to speak directly to everyone watching who is going through a tough time right now. Maybe you are struggling financially. Maybe you feel like luck has never been on your side. I understand that feeling deeply. But here is the truth. Opportunities like this do not come from luck. They come from awareness. They come from action. Every person who found a valuable coin was just an ordinary person who decided to pay attention. You can be that person starting today. This channel is not just about coins. It is about hope. It is about discovering hidden value in unexpected places. And I believe with all my heart that the next big discovery could come from someone watching this video right now. I want to thank you sincerely for staying with me until the very end. I pour my heart into these videos because I know how much this information can mean to someone. If this video gave you value, if it opened your eyes to something you never knew before, please hit the like button and subscribe to Hidden Coin Authority. Share this with your family, your friends, your neighbors. You might literally be the person who helps someone find their financial miracle. And when you do find something amazing, come back here and tell your story. I read every single comment. This community celebrates together and I cannot wait to hear about your discovery. The treasure is out there. It is waiting in pockets, in jars, in old collections, and yes, maybe even in your spare change right now. Do not let someone else find what was meant for you. Go check your coins. Right now. Your future self will thank you. Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is holding a 1966 quarter and they have absolutely no idea that it could be worth a life-changing amount of money. They might be about to use it to buy a pack of gum. They might be about to drop it into a vending machine. They might even be about to roll it up and take it to the bank for just 25 cents. And that person, that completely unaware person, could have been you. But not anymore. Not after today. Because in the next few minutes, I am going to expose the hidden truth about the 1966 quarter with no mint mark that the general public completely ignores. And by the time I am done, you will never look at a 1966 quarter the same way again. Stay with me. Every second of this video contains information that could make you money. Welcome back to Hidden Coin Authority, the channel that turns ordinary people into treasure hunters. Today we are exposing the secrets of a coin that sits right in the blind spot of American history. The 1966 no mint mark quarter. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, I have seen plenty of 1966 quarters and none of them were special. But that is exactly why this video is so important. Because the most valuable coins in existence are not the ones that look obviously rare. They are the ones that hide in plain sight. The ones that slip past everyone's attention. The ones that require just a little bit of knowledge to recognize. And that knowledge is what I am giving you right now for free. Let me take you back to the mid-1960s. The United States was in the middle of a massive coinage transformation. The year before, in 1965, the mint had just stopped making silver quarters for circulation. The new clat era had begun. But the transition was messy. The mints were under enormous pressure to produce enough coins for the entire country. Philadelphia, the main mint, was striking coins around the clock. And in this high-speed, high-pressure environment, errors were inevitable. Some of those errors ended up on 1966 quarters. And here is the shocking part. Those error coins are still out there. They are still in circulation. And they are still being found by people just like you. So what exactly makes a 1966 no-mint mark quarter valuable? First, let us understand the no-mint mark itself. During this period, the Philadelphia Mint produced quarters without any mint mark at all. That was standard. But what was not standard was the mistakes that happened to a tiny fraction of these coins. We are talking about planchet errors, wrong metal compositions, and die varieties that make collectors go absolutely crazy. A normal 1966 quarter is worth 25 cents. But a 1966 quarter with specific rare errors? That is a completely different story. That is mortgage payment money. That is emergency fund money. That is change your life money. The most valuable and sought after error is the 1966 quarter struck on a silver planchet. Yes, you heard that correctly. Even though the mint officially stopped making silver quarters for circulation in 1964, some silver planchets, those round metal blanks, were left behind in the hoppers and presses. When 1966 quarters were being struck, a few of those leftover silver planchets got mixed in. The result? A 1966 quarter made of 90% silver instead of the standard copper nickel clad. This is what collectors call a transitional error. And it is so rare that when one appears at auction, it causes absolute chaos. Bidding wars. Record prices. Talk in the coin community that lasts for years. Now I am going to tell you exactly how to identify one. Pick up a 1966 quarter and look at its edge. A normal clad quarter will show a visible copper stripe running through the middle. It looks like a sandwich. A copper core with two outer layers. But if you see a solid silver edge all the way around, with no copper whatsoever, you need to sit down. Because you might be holding a silver transitional error quarter worth thousands of dollars. We are talking $5,000, $7,000, even $10,000 depending on the condition. One coin. One edge check. One life changed. But that is not the only valuable variety. Look for what collectors call the 1966 doubled die. This happens when the coin design is struck twice by the die, but slightly misaligned. The result is a doubling effect on the letters, numbers, or design elements. On a 1966 quarter, check the word Liberty on the front. Check the date. Check In God We Trust. Get a magnifying glass or even your phone camera zoom. If you see any shadow effect, any slight duplication, you have found a genuine error that collectors actively chase. Depending on the severity and condition, doubled die 1966 quarters can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Let me share something that still gives me chills every time I think about it. A few years ago, a young couple was going through a box of old coins inherited from a grandfather. They were not coin collectors. They knew nothing about rare dates or errors. But they had watched a video like this one and decided to check anyway. Buried deep in that box was a 1966 quarter. At first it looked normal. But when they checked the edge, there was no copper stripe. solid silver all the way through. They took it to a reputable coin dealer who verified it as a genuine silver transitional error. That coin sold for over $8,000. That money changed their situation. And it all started with a simple decision to pay attention. Now I need you to understand something very clearly. The coin market is not a secret club for the wealthy elite. It is open to anyone willing to learn. The people finding these coins are not professional numismatists with decades of experience. They are regular people. Moms, dads, students, retirees. People who were just curious. People who decided to check their change before spending it. People who watched a video and took action. The only barrier between you and a potential treasure is knowledge and a few minutes of your time. Let me also give you a critical warning because I care about this community and I refuse to let anyone get scammed. There are people out there selling fake 1966 error quarters. They take normal clad coins and plate them with silver to trick buyers. They also create artificial doubling using tools. These fakes look convincing but they are worthless. Always buy from trusted sources. Always get high-value coins authenticated by PCGS, NGC, or Anax. A genuine graded coin in a sealed slab is the only way to know you have the real deal. If you find something promising in your change, do not sell it to the first person who makes an offer. Get it checked. Get it graded. Maximize your return. Let us pause for a moment and talk about what this really means. Every single day, millions of coins change hands. Most of them are ordinary. But a tiny fraction are not. A tiny fraction carry mistakes that transform them from pocket change into collector treasures. The people who find these coins are not lucky. They are simply informed. They are the ones who paid attention while everyone else stayed distracted. They are the ones who turned 5 minutes of searching into a financial windfall. That difference, that simple shift in awareness, is the most powerful tool you can have. Here is your action plan. After this video, I want you to do 5 things. Number 1, gather every 1966 quarter you can find. Check your drawers, your jars, your car cup holders, your old jackets. Number 2, examine each coin under bright light. Look at the edge first. Solid silver means stop everything and celebrate. Number 3, check the front for doubled die signs. Liberty, the date, in God we trust. Number 4, remember the golden rule of coin collecting. Never, ever, ever clean a coin. Scrubbing or polishing destroys the original surface and wipes out the value. Leave it exactly as you found it. Number 5, if you find something promising, protect it in a coin holder and seek professional grading immediately. I want to speak from the heart for just a moment. I know life can be incredibly hard. I know financial struggles can feel overwhelming and never-ending. But sometimes help comes from the most unexpected places. Sometimes it comes in the form of a small piece of metal that most people ignore. A coin that has been traveling through time, passing through thousands of hands, waiting for the right person to finally notice it. That person could be you. That moment could be today. All you have to do is look. Think about how incredible it would feel to walk into a coin shop, hand over a simple quarter, and walk out with a check for thousands of dollars. Think about the relief, the joy, the freedom. That experience is not reserved for a lucky few. It is available to anyone who takes the time to learn and act. This channel exists to give you that knowledge. Every video is designed to open your eyes to possibilities hiding in plain sight. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you that the information in this video is time sensitive. Right now, these coins are still out there. But as more videos are made, as more articles are written, as more people become aware, the available supply will shrink. The early finders will get the best examples. The ones who wait will be left with nothing. Do not let that happen. Take action today. Right now. This moment. Thank you for staying with me all the way to the end. I know your time is precious and I do not take a single second for granted. If this video opened your eyes, if it made you excited to check your change, if it gave you hope that something amazing could be hiding in your pocket, then please smash that like button and subscribe to Hidden Coin Authority. Share this video with everyone you care about. You might be the reason they find their own hidden treasure. And when you do strike gold, or in this case silver, come back and tell your story in the comments. I read every single one. This community celebrates every win together. The truth is out there. It is sitting in cash registers, in coin jars, in pocket change all across the world. The 1966 no-mint mark quarter is waiting. And the only question left is, will you be the one to find it? This has been Hidden Coin Authority. Stay sharp, stay curious, and never stop searching. I will see you in the next video.